Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Coding with T. Today we are going to learn how to create list view in Flutter. This video is going to be very important because in our upcoming videos and most of the time in our tutorials we will be using list view and list style that we are going to cover in today's tutorial. So basically there are two ways to use list view. The one is the static list view that we are going to talk about in this video, and then we have a dynamic list view which we will see in our next video. So let's get started with today's tutorial. As you can see, we are in section 2 and we are about to create the ninth video of this section, which is the list view, and I will divide this video into two portions. The first one is going to be very simple but very useful to cover the basics of list view using a static method, and then in the second portion we will talk about the dynamic list view, which is listview.builder. So let's get started. Open Android Studio. In here you can see that we are inside the project we created in our previous tutorials. Okay, now in today's tutorial inside the scaffold we are not going to cover this app bar. So simply we have a body with a container, and also let me remove this column. Now inside this child, let's create a list view. This is a widget, simply a list view widget. This widget is also a layout widget, as we talked about the layout widgets in our previous tutorial about rows and columns, and also we see how we place elements in the expanded. So this is again a layout widget. Row and column does not provide us facility of scroll view, so they don't have any scroll physics facility. So whenever we need scroll either horizontal or vertical, we can easily use list view, and list view is basically a layout widget. Okay, inside this list view, simply like other layout widgets, we have a children property, and now inside this children we can add multiple widgets, same like rows and columns. So for the list view, let me just add list tile here. This list tile contains bunch of properties, like we have a leading icon. So at first let me add some icon. Okay, now let's run the application. And you can see a simple icon on the top left corner. Next we can add title of this tile. Title is again a widget, so we can add text or any other widget which we would like to add. Let's say its title is sales. Save it. You can see that title is there. Then we can add subtitle. Again, subtitle is a widget, so it could be any widget. Sales of the week, subtitle goes beneath it. And then we again have a trailing property which is on the right side. So trailing is again a widget. It can be icon, it can be any widget. So for example, I am again going to use text here, and you can see that trailing is showing the count of sales. So we can also use icon here. For example, icon is going to perform some actions. Add a simple plus sign, and you can see that this is how we can add these four major properties of list style. The first one is the leading. It could be icon, it could be image. Most of the time it's image, most of the time it's icon. Then we have again a title, subtitle, and trailing section of list style. So basically this list style is inside the list view, so we can add multiple list styles. Let me just copy this one, paste it 2 times. Okay, I change these values. Let's save the code, and you can see that we have 3 list tiles in a list view. So this is how we add list tiles and list view, but currently you can see these are not clickable. So how we can make them clickable? Simply go to the list tile. Inside this list tile we have another property which is the on tap property, and by this way we can make sure that on tap is added but it's doing nothing, it's null. It will return empty values. So let's run it, and inside this run you can see, and I'm going to click on this sales. You can see that anchor is equal to null, which is returning null here. So for the tutorial purpose you can see that on tap has been enabled, so it's not enabled in for customers and profit, but for sales it's enabled. So we can also have these properties: shape, tile color, hover color, content padding, and bunch others. For example, tile color is colors dot. So I have added a tile color, and we can also add, let me just wrap this icon into avatar image, show context, wrap with a widget, circle avatar, and in here we have its background color. Let's save it, and you can see that our icon is now in the center, and we can also change foreground color. And this is how we change, and this is how we create some fancy tiles and list views or the list tiles. So it depends upon your creativity. So this is how we create a list view, and a list view is containing some of list tiles. Now inside this list view, go to list view. Above the children's property, press Ctrl space to view all these properties. Item extend. So let me show this item extend. It's a double property. I am going to give it 40.0. Save it. You can see that its size has been shrink down. Now make it 100, and you can see that space has been extended, so item extend is going to enhance the space. Next we have another property which is reverse. Make it true. As list view is by default has its direction vertical, it is going to scroll upward. So when we are going to use reverse, it will scroll backwards. So again we can use its change its direction, and inside this scroll direction we have axis dot. By default it's vertical, and we are going to use it, make it horizontal, and we have reversed it true. And you can see that our first element is right here in a reverse order, then second one, and then third one. So let's say we are going to make it false as its default, and our first property is this, then we have second and then third. This is how reverse and this is how scroll direction its axis works. Okay, now in here you can see a one small problem. The problem is that we cannot manually add all the tiles of list view or all the elements of the list view. We currently have sales, we have customers, and we have profit. This means that we have static three values. We can simply give the changing figures from the database. It's good we can use this list view. We don't have to make it dynamic, but in many cases we have to go for the dynamic values. For example, we have multiple products. For example, admin is going to add admin panel some products from the admin panel, and we are displaying them here. So we cannot add another product which has been added in the database, but so to display that we use dynamic list view, which is the next video. So don't forget to watch that video. So let me just give you another simple example of list view quickly. Okay, now inside this list view I have created a few properties. Like you can see on your screen, I have created a simple icon, circle avatar with the text in it, and then I have created a bunch of text. So you can see that we can not only use list view for the list tile for the specific elements, but as in the children we can put anything. You can see I have created padding. Inside I have a circle avatar, then divider, then in the padding I have a text. So it depends that what I want to create. As my demand for the application was a scrollable screen, so for the scrollable screen I simply use list view as its parent. So you can see that our screen is now scrolling, which is not available or which is not possible while using the row or the column widget, the layout widget. I hope you learned something new. That's it for this tutorial. If you learned something new, please like the video, and if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe it and hit the bell icon to get notified about more interesting videos. So stick together. Thank you for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz.